Welcome to all my students for the second session of this online classes we are organized for the topic of alkene. All of you should now be able to differentiate between alkane and alkene. But what is the common link between alkane and alkene? Here, alkane and alkenes are both hydrocarbons. They both are hydrocarbons. Alkanes are having single bond, whereas alkenes are going to have double bond. Likewise, the general formula of alkanes will be CnH2n plus 2, whereas the general formula of alkenes is only CnH2n. So basically, as you can recognize here, that the plus 2 is missing in alkene. So there is a reason we can tell that alkenes are having two hydrogen less than alkanes. If you just start to notice with an example here, if you just go for an example for alkane, that is ethane, the molecular formula is C2H6, whereas for ethene, the molecular formula is C2H4. Likewise, here you can notice that the differences of two hydrogens. This is how you can relate with the molecular formula for alkane and alkene. As alkenes were also called as paraffins, alkenes are going to be called as olefins. Olefins are those compounds which gives oil upon reaction with halogens. Halogens are nothing but chlorine, bromine, or iodine or fluorine. One thing you need to remember in alkenes, if you are trying to compare it with alkane, alkane had an option of having one carbon, that is, it is CH4. But alkenes cannot have one carbon. Alkenes will always have two carbons. For example, if you try to just understand here, if we have n is equal to 1 and 2 into 1 is 2, then it is CH2. Then CH2 is not a compound where I can tell that is an alkene. Alkene should have double bond. Here, can I have double bond? For example, CH2 will be written as CHNH. That's it. So is the valency satisfied? As we have already studied, valency का मतलब है कार्बन के पास 4 बॉन्ड्स हो सकते हैं. यहाँ पे 4 बॉन्ड्स हो सक रहे हैं, नहीं हो रहे, तो इसका मतलब है ये स्ट्रक्चर रॉन्ग है, ये कॉन्सेप्ट रॉन्ग है. Now if I have n is equal to 2, then it is C2 H2 into 2, that is nothing but C2H4. That means C double bond C. Here we have two hydrogens. Here we have two hydrogens. That is nothing but the name is ethene. Common name is ethylene. Common name is ethylene. What is the next compound after ethylene? For example, ethylene is this one. I will write in this way: CH2 double bond CH2. Ethene or ethylene. Then what will be propylene? It will be having 3 carbons. If you are having 3 carbons and a double bond here, Is it now propylene or propene? It is propylene or propene. Now just try to check the valency for this compound. How many is the valency here? It is 2. So it can have here CH2. What is the valency of this carbon? It has 2 bonds here. 1, 2, and this one is 3. So it can have one more hydrogen. Whereas this one is only having one bond, so it will have 3 hydrogens. So the name of this compound is propylene, common name, and IUPAC name is 1-propene. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4. It is now butane, but if I add one bond here, then it is butene. How many bonds are here? 2 bonds, so it can have more 2 hydrogens. Now to this carbon, how many bonds? 1, 2, 3. One more hydrogen can be accommodated here. To this carbon, you have 1 and 1, 2. So it can have more 2 hydrogens. Whereas this carbon has only one bond, so it will have 3 hydrogens here to satisfy the valency of 4. Name of this compound is 1-butene. So here in this digital whiteboard, what I have written here is, we have just started with what is alkenes. Alkenes are also a type of hydrocarbons. They are one of the type of hydrocarbons. When you compare alkane and alkene, alkane has general formula CnH2n plus 2, whereas alkene has formula CnH2n. That means the difference is 2 hydrogens are less in alkene. We have seen with an example in ethane, you have C2H6, that means 2 carbons and 6 hydrogens, and in ethene you have 2 hydrogens and 2 carbons and 4 hydrogens. That means there is shortage of 2 hydrogens, as we are trying to suggest with the help of the general formula. We have also suggested that the name of the alkenes are also by the name olefins because it gives oils upon reaction with chlorine, bromine and iodine. We have also now seen that the carbon which is having a double bond can accommodate how many hydrogens. We have seen this in this example of ethene, in this example of propene, and this example of butene. Now in the next important point is the structure of alkene. As we have already seen for alkane that alkanes have carbon of what hybridization? sp3 hybridization. The structure was, if you remember, was in this sense where this will form sigma bond. The carbon will form sigma bond with s orbital of hydrogen. These are our hydrogens, and this will form sigma bond here. Like was on this carbon, also the same thing, sigma bond, and sigma bond. This was the orbital structure for alkane. The difference here you need to remember basically now here is ethene. If I am trying to take the example of ethene, this is C2H6. If I am trying to see the example of ethene, that is C double bond C with 4 hydrogens, 2 on each carbon. You need to understand here very clearly that the carbon here in ethene is sp2 hybridized. Why is it sp2 hybridized? Because the p orbital, which is having 3 orbitals, px, py and pz, out of which two orbitals are only hybridized and pz is unhybridized. That means this particular bond which we have seen here is sigma bond and this one is pi bond. Sigma bond is formed due to overlap. In alkenes we have seen this is due to sp3 overlap. Whereas in alkene, that is in ethene, the sigma bond is formed due to sp2 overlap. One important difference you need to remember. In alkenes, it is due to sp3 overlap. In alkenes, it is due to sp2 overlap. Why is it called as sp2? Because only px and py are hybridized. Pz is unhybridized. This pz, which is unhybridized, is responsible for the formation of pi bond. Very important point. The pz is responsible for the formation of pi bond. Now, the orbital structure is almost same. The only thing is this overlap of two carbons leads to formation of sigma bond and the orbitals involved is sp2 and sp2 orbital of carbon. Whereas when it is overlapping with hydrogen, it leads to, it's better I write in this way so that sigma bond, one orbital is this one, here it overlaps with the s orbital of hydrogen, one sigma bond, and here one sigma bond. Same way here, sp2 orbital overlap with s orbital of hydrogen, sigma bond. So this is now all the sigma bonds are formed. But now what happens here is in one more structure I'm just trying to, now these bonds are formed due to this bond is sigma bond. Right, we have got all the sigma bonds here due to this overlap what we have seen in this structure. Now the unhybridized orbital which is present as pz orbital overlaps to form pi bond, and this leads to the formation of a structure that is C double bond C, hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. That is ethylene or ethene. In alkenes, we have seen the bond length of carbon-carbon due to presence of only one single sigma bond was 1.54. Here it is supposed to be 1.34 angstroms. But in carbon and hydrogen, it is same 1.09 angstroms. And the bond angle is 120 degrees. Right. So this is what we are trying to understand in this entire orbital structure. First thing what we have done is we have trying to compare with alkenes, where alkenes show sp3 hybrid orbital, and that sp3 hybrid orbital is due to formation of hybridized orbital due to presence of px, py and pz. That is the reason why it is forming sp3 hybrid orbital, and that is what we have seen in ethane. Now we are trying to understand for ethene or ethylene, the sigma bond is formed due to overlap of sp2 orbital. Why it is sp2? Because hybridization is only in px and py orbital. Pz orbital is unhybridized, which leads to further overlap and leads to formation of pi bond. We have seen a structure here where carbon which has sp2 orbital overlap to form a sigma bond. The sp2 orbital of the carbon overlap with sp orbital of hydrogens, and we have seen the entire structure which is formed here. This structure also shows that the unhybridized pz orbital overlaps, which leads to formation of pi bond. This is what is the orbital structure, and now we are also trying to understand the bond length of carbon which is having double bond. Previously in alkane it was 1.54, here it is 1.34. Bond angle is 120, there it was 109 degree 28 minutes. Right? Remember one few things which I'll be sending you one PDF, in that will be able to understand that carbon-carbon double bond alkene is made up of two bonds. One will be sigma, the other one will be pi. Carbon-carbon double bond, one will be sigma, the other one will be pi. Alkenes are more reactive than alkane. This is due to availability of more exposed pi electrons. If you remember, we have already seen that alkenes are called as paraffins due to presence of sigma bonds. Alkenes are more reactive due to presence of pi electrons or pi bonds. That is what you have to remember. Right? Now, the next thing what we are just trying to do here is uh, we're going to start with the nomenclature part. In nomenclature part,